Hello, fellow artists. Today's video is for you so that you can achieve success in your journey through the guidance that I can provide, the answers and the advice based on my experience and tarot. Hola, mis amores. Hello, lovelies. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Velvet Cat, a fashion illustrator and instructor in Los Angeles, with videos consisting of knowledge and inspiration for fashion design, illustration, and entrepreneurship. And now I have a new passion for tarot, so I post a weekly pick a card collective reading to provide everyone with answers and guidance for their journey, messages from the angels that are watching over us, motivation to follow your dreams, and all around empower you in love, career, health, mind, and soul. If you're new to tarot, here's a little rundown of how things work. In a little bit, I'm going to be showing you some options to choose from, where you'll pick intuitively based on what you feel, so that you can hear a message that is most tailored to your specific experience. Not everything will resonate, but if within the first minute of watching the reading that you picked, you don't feel like it relates at all, then you can actually go back and pick a different group. Sometimes tarot videos also don't have messages for you because maybe certain people's energies cross over our way more than others if they really need to hear the advice that we can provide at that moment in time. Plus, the angels and guides that I ask for answers don't always want to provide everything because they want you to take charge of your own life choices and trust in your own protectors with whichever belief system you have, whether it's a religion or the universe. Ready to pick a pile? All right, so here are the options you can choose from, whether you choose by color or by intuition, pure intuition, like where your eyes are gravitating towards one pile more than the others. You could even take a moment to pause the video, to meditate, to really feel, and pick one. You've got pile 1 with the blue paint, pile 2 with the green paint, pile 3 with the yellow paint, pile 4 with the orange paint, and pile 5 with the red paint. And once you have decided, skip over my video to that respective timestamp that I've provided for each of these piles in the description and comments of this video. Hey there, Group 1! You excited to find out what you can expect in your career and how to become successful in the art field? We've got a lot to cover today. You picked the blue paint. So let's get right started with your story here. I'll put these to the side. And so here in your story, we've got 5 of Swords, Chariot, Queen of Wands, the Magician, and the Wheel of Fortune, clarified by the 5 of Pentacles reversed, 6 of Cups, 2 of Swords reversed, 9 of Swords, and 7 of Cups reversed. So what this tells me is that you could have gone to some type of art school away from your home. Because see, look at this. It's like the guy is leaving these 2 people, and I always take the swords as a form of knowledge, intellect, tools, and resources. So you're going with all of that. You're headed over to go on your learning journey away from your family. And the reason I say family is because the 5 of Pentacles is a card of charity and support. But because it's reversed, it's like, you know, you're leaving your home. Look at that. Even here, they're in their house. But, you know, you're leaving your home. That's not bad. It's just what I get from this based on the fact that it's in reverse. It was a major change in your life as well because both of these are 5s. And, you know, 5s do symbolize change in life. Maybe also because of how this one is in reverse, Generally, it doesn't have, two cats kissing or two people being close to each other. Generally, it's a card of how I said of charity, and it has like people that are kind of suffering, but that's not what this card is about. I actually see it as what you see here, which is like connections. And so because it's in reverse, I get that perhaps some of you could be the shy type of artists. And perhaps in school, you were maybe not joining clubs or really networking, putting yourself out there to make friendships. Then we head over here to where you either graduated, like how you can see here, there's a celebration, or you just left school to go back home. Because now here in the Six of Cups, this one, here we have the mom and the kitten. And it does usually reflect childhood memories or something like that. So because the Chariot is a card of movement, I sense that you moved back home. You could have either realized that school wasn't for you or the path you chose, or you could have needed to go back home for some type of support, whether you received support or they needed your support, or any type of reason where you had to go home. But you've been striving for that independence because there we have the Queen of Wands. Very passionate and creative. But because we have this Two of Swords reversed, perhaps you've been holding on to something. Like maybe, you're striving for this independence, but you could have been struggling and not really asking for help, even though they are there for you. Since it's in reverse, it's like you weren't speaking up. You were very reluctant to receive any type of support. So you were doing everything, which is what I get here in the Magician. Look at this card. You were doing everything you needed to survive, to grow your art business if you launched a business, to, work on your branding, your portfolio, get those clients, improve your art skill. I sense here that you were just multitasking every which way and having lots of work with little sleep, but you were loving it because it's what you're passionate about. And through this hard work, you accomplished a stronger portfolio, perhaps some rewards for some of you, knowledge of sales, becoming a great business person, and this awareness of potential, like you really saw how successful you could be. Maybe you weren't there yet, but you could see it. You could see there's potential. You believed in, and still believe in yourself, in making anything possible, and how talented you are because you're getting clients. I see here with the Wheel of Fortune, the name in itself is a lucky name. This is the 10th major arcana card. I see, look at this. This is the number 1 and then number 10. So you went from starting from the bottom all the way to getting all those clients and accomplishments. But perhaps you've been kind of going in circles or going up and down in your success, because then here we have the Seven of Cups, which shows that there could have been a halt in your success. Maybe that's where you are at now. Either because you're questioning your path, since you've only been taking in work that you really needed to be able to have that financial comfort, that financial safety, not necessarily out of being passionate for certain projects. And now you're kind of overwhelmed with the options, the choices of where to go next. Or it could be anything else that got in your way and stopped this success, this growth. Either way, you are incredibly lucky, incredibly blessed. That's why you have so many major arcana cards, the Chariot, the Magician, and Wheel of Fortune. So hold on to that thought. You've overcome many cycles and you can overcome many more. There's also a note here for those of you that are spiritual. Know that the divine that you look up to is on your side. Now let's look at what you're doing correctly. Why have you been able to achieve this much success and growth? Even if it's not, the level of success you want, you've been able to achieve some great things. And this is why, right here. We've got 4 of Pentacles, the Tower, and 4 of Swords. So that tells me that the money you got, you invested back into your business. That is incredibly smart. The 4 of Pentacles is also a card of collecting things. So you've been collecting those referrals, those reviews, that quality portfolio work, leaving a trail like this with everyone you work with and inspire. You've learned from past challenges, staying strong, overcoming them through anything. Because see how the Tower here has this crack, but it's staying up. So that's you. You've learned, you've overcome, you've adapted. And as others around you or other types of artists quit, or, most people, they do quit when things get tough, you kept on going, kept on working on your brand and your image and your work and anything possible to keep succeeding. See, like here, this kind of makes me think of a little person on top of this hill, and then all of these people just resting, quitting. That's you being the optimist, staying focused, doing what's best for you. Now let's head on over to the advice here for what you can do next, which is what you want to know, right? We've got don't dim to fit in, to the sea reversed. Every journey starts with a single step. Collaborative dreaming. And then we've also got these beautiful cards here with these 3 characters and this one here. So what I get from these, starting with these, and even from what I'm sensing here, is that you need your next step to be able to level up. What you need to focus on is to network or collab, do some teamwork. See, collaborative dreaming here, and then the fact that there are these 3 people here. You could even ask for support. I know I sensed from these other cards that perhaps you're, how I said, reluctant to ask for help. But that's where others are able to achieve more and maybe not you, because others are more comfortable with asking for help. You don't need to say, give me money, I need it. No, but you can ask for anything like share your work, tell their friends, even ask like what would they advise in certain things, or who would they recommend that you work with, things like that. When people do things alone, sure they can achieve many things, but when they do it with others, they can get there so much faster, so much easier, and achieve way more than they can alone. You might also still need to learn some more certain skills. Write down some notes on what it is that you need to learn next, or what it is that you don't understand to be able to level up, and then get on to learning that so that you don't keep working blindly, which is what I sense from these girls here and how they're walking on this thing, this bar metal thing, and it looks like they're about to fall off if they don't pay attention. Which is making me think of like the Fool card that is about having that curious eye, for experiences, putting yourself out there, but at the same time, a reminder to pay attention to what it is that you do need to improve. You don't need to be perfect, but what is it that you do need to improve? You probably already know. And just keep on going with faith, believe, no doubt. There is no room for doubt. Then with this image here, what stands out to me is how this is really tiny here, but there's like a crowd in this sunlight here. So I'm thinking what you can also ask yourself is, what can you do? You personally, not what do all artists do, but what can you do to shine? What can you do it's like thinking kind of like a celebrity, because pretty much nowadays, everyone can be like a form of celebrity, an influencer. So treat it as such. For your success, you need to be that business savvy influencer. So think of ways to inspire your audience, to shock them, to really get them to feel something. That's when people act. Maybe you could host events or live streams or form a community. And let me just read these as well for those of you that are spiritual. These cards have some additional inspiration behind them, and I'd like to read this for you, those of you that are spiritual. It says, "Ride with spirit unbroken. I have been with you, my wild one, throughout every challenge to your free spirit, encouraging you to rise, believing in you. When you were shamed, denied, judged, and ridiculed, I was there with you. I went through it all right along with you. I knew that the time would come when you would be ready to rise above those experiences, to let your wild heart be free. Now is that time. You are one of a kind. Your own path will never be exactly the same as anyone else's. The type of frequency you hold is as individual as your fingerprints. That uniqueness cannot ever be taken from you, co-opted by another, or compromised in any way. Relish your uniqueness and share it lovingly, freely, joyfully with the world." So in addition to what I've already said here, I sense that you could also be needing to hear that you don't need to compare yourself to any other artists. Your work is unique from others, and your journey is unique from others. That's what makes your story. Everything that you've experienced, positive and negative, is a part of your story. So now with these other oracle cards I've shown you here, I also sense that if you've ever felt like your ideas were too weird or controversial or uncomfortable for others, here is this card telling you to be true to yourself and to be vulnerable. You don't need to care about who you're making uncomfortable. I mean, as long as it's not a negative way, But what usually happens when you start creating, when you start expressing yourself or succeeding, others do tend to envy that. So if anyone makes you doubt yourself or feel shame for the type of artwork you create or put you down for your journey, any mistakes or anything, it's not about you. It is about them, their problem, their insecurity and subconscious jealousy. Because they are not shining like you. They're not strong enough to shine like you. With the fact that this card is here reversed to the sea, if you have been feeling underwater, like how I mentioned the halt, the business halt, or anything holding you back, or cycles happening where you're successful and not successful, if you are in that stage, you need to continue flowing with your potential success by doing something else towards your goal. Instead of stressing over what things are going wrong, instead of fighting it or quitting, what else can you do to add on to your goal, to your success, to your path? Every small action is actually contributing to it, even if you don't see it. It's better to do something than nothing. But do it positively, because stress and anger and frustration is a negative vibration that is causing you to not be clear on what else you can do. Perhaps these things also happen because you might need a change of direction. Change is always a blessing, even if it feels scary, because you're going away from what has been working, what has been comfortable and safe. I sense that some of you could have also been asking or feeling like you do need a change of direction or a change of location even to go on this new journey. And so here is the confirmation that you can do what feels appropriate for you at this time. Not like if something is already working, don't break it. But if you feel that this is a time of some type of change, this is confirmation that that is the right change. Whereas for those of you that don't need to make something like a major change, a major move, do what you can to break out of the negative vibration so that you can get new ideas and answers to get you unstuck. For those of you that are also spiritual, remember that what you think comes to life. So that's why this negative vibration is important to shift to positive, because if you're focused, your brain, your thoughts on the negativity, on what's not working, you're just going to attract more of that. But if you start, break yourself out of that, maybe take a moment to relax, do something fun, then you'll get those ideas because you're shifting in this positive vibration, and you'll be able to get yourself back onto focusing. As I mentioned, the divine is there by your side. So when you're open to receiving ideas by being positive, they'll provide those for you. It could be through dreams. That's how it says here, collaborative dreaming. It could be through friends. It could be through music, anything. When I actually get the best ideas, it's when I'm in a shower, thinking of the water as cleansing me from negativity. Or when I take a break from work, to do something creatively fun that I actually enjoy without the stress of needing it to be a certain way. Since, when you're working for clients, you have requirements, you have expectations. But when you take a break from that to just kind of create, let yourself out, let your ideas out, doodle, it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't know what could come out of that. Then for some of you, I also sense that you need to ask yourself, what can you do to help others, or to heal others? Like, how can you use your art in the form of contributing to the world? And for others of you, since we do have the don't dim to fit in card, along with how I sensed in the beginning that some of you could be shy, and then with these cards about you being one of a kind and spirit being by your side through every struggle, I sense that some of you could have also had some traumas in your lives. So with that, this card here, I feel like it's talking about releasing those traumas in a way that works for you, whether that be through your art or through some other forms like professional help. And lastly, we've got these additional 2 Oracle art cards, Edvard Munch and Paul Gauguin. So Edvard Munch here says, a composed soul is not necessarily a calm one. Scream into a canvas, not a pillow. And only an outsider sees inward. So with these, I get the feeling that for some of you, we've already kind of covered a little bit of certain things you might have experienced. Like, because that's why it says don't dim to fit in here, maybe. And that's why I sense here that you could have been the shy type of person. So what these cards are emphasizing is that you can actually use your art to express your inner emotions. That'll get people to connect with you. That could be a way that you'll be helping others to heal as well, because they won't feel alone. And express freely, as I already said, with being true and being vulnerable, because you are one of a kind and the world needs this. Now, before I complete the reading, let's try something new that I haven't really done. I've only done it once for the October reading, but we're going to try it out today, which is to use this other tarot deck by Nicola Ciccoli to get some additional messages, specific messages for some of you. Let's see what comes out. All right, so we've got the 10 of Cups here, the King of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Cups. I sense that some of you have probably definitely been told that you have weird ideas or extreme ideas. And so this card landing here in the Don't Dim to Fit In Oracle card tells me, go for it. Those ideas you have, however much chaos they cause, that is what will bring you success. Because the 10 of Cups is a card of celebrations, completion, pretty much happy ending. Also, don't be afraid of asking for the money that you feel you are worth. This card here, the King of Pentacles, is a very confidently experienced entrepreneur. You will get there. You've done a lot of work. You've had a lot of experience. And even if you don't think you have, keep on going and you will. It looks like business education is important for you so that you can advance. And how I said, it will bring you a rewarding future like the 10 of Cups. Then here with the 5 of Pentacles, this one, as I mentioned in the beginning here with these cats, is a card of asking for support. So since it landed here in this card saying go far to go far, exaggerate the subtle, share the unseen, I kind of get the vibe from this that you could actually ask for ideas from your fans or clients. You know, like here, she's surrounded by these little birdies that are I feel like they're whispering to her. So, you know, the people around you can help you out with ideas. Then once you get those ideas, exaggerate them. That is what calls attention nowadays. And lastly, with the 9 of Cups here, this is a card that I usually take as being in your comfort zone. And right here, I feel like it's saying to you, get yourself out of your comfort zone. Whatever idea you've been having that you haven't created, go for it. Don't let it keep being a wasted idea. And so now, with these last tarot cards, this is what future you could have by following this advice. We've got Queen of Cups, 5 of Wands reversed, and the Empress. Look at that. The Empress, it's confirmation that some of you could have potential fame. But even if not all of you do, because of course it's not like the whole world can become millionaires, you'll at least have all kinds of abundance and dreams and ideas coming true. You won't need to fight for competition anymore. You won't need to struggle anymore to push your way in. Because through that persistent, positive work, improving your art, improving your knowledge of business, and gaining that fan base through collaborations, your art will shine. Especially for those of you that do take the advice about providing work that helps others, that is emphasized here through the Queen of Cups, which is a very sensitive, emotional, beautiful card about helping, whether through your art or through teaching or through public speaking, any medium like that. You will also be surrounded by people that believe in your mission, people you're working with. That is a great team, not like a bad, unethical, fighting type of team, but really standing by each other or through your fan base that believe in you. That's the reading I got for you. If it resonated, comment below that you chose this pile and what you're excited or not excited about hearing. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Since I'm a YouTuber, every like and subscribe counts to expose my channel to others that need a little encouragement in their lives. I'd be super grateful if you would also join my community by turning on the notification bell button so that you don't miss my videos every week. I'll see you in my next one. Hey there, Group 2. So you chose the green paint, and today we're going to find out what will make you the most successful as an artist. Starting here with your journey to where you are now, we've got this set of tarot cards from the Manga Tarot. 7 of Cups reversed, 6 of Swords, 4 of Swords, Knight of Swords, and 3 of Wands reversed. Clarified by the Cat Tarot, 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, Judgment reversed, and the 8 of Cups. So what I see here is that you could have had a life without major decisions, like pretty safe, pretty comfortable, because this one here, the Nine of Pentacles, I always see it as like living a luxurious life. Of course, you don't have to be rich, but luxury to me means blessings, you know, having that safe, comfortable home. And the Seven of Cups is usually about having a lot of options, a lot of decisions to make. But since it's reversed, that tells me how perhaps you could have either already known that you wanted to be an artist, so you were focused on that. Or if you didn't know, like you really went straight into it, either through school or online classes or anything that could get you to become an artist, like even teaching yourself. Really avoiding distractions because you were excited and passionate about this. Then you went on a move here because see, there's the home and now there's this little travel card. So you either made a big change to pursue art or you moved away from your home. And because of the Ten of Swords here, look at this cat, how he looks. A little miserable. So I kind of feel like perhaps you could have had like perhaps feeling homesick or the workload is causing you burnout. Like it's really tougher than you realize, you know. I feel like maybe that's what creatives think when learning this career. Perhaps it's, you know, fun and easy. Maybe even not just artists, but everyone in the world. I feel like they think the art world is easy. But in reality, there's so much work that goes into it. See, I sense a lot of tension here. Look at this other cat's face. Oh my goodness. And with this Four of Swords, you know, this set of cards here show me how you could have felt a lot of overwhelm or pressure amidst your colleagues, whether that be in school or like in an internship or a job. Either that or people around you could have been dragging you, like if you were surrounded by negative people, and this could have affected your work. So I see here that you decided to become the Knight of Swords by isolating yourself to really focus and refresh, because the Four of Swords is usually a card of rest and recovery, which in turn brought about some quick changes and opportunities. But since this card is clarified by Judgment in reverse, I sense that perhaps you're still not exactly where you want, either fear of the unknown, doubt about your potential and what exactly it is that you really want. Maybe even being self-critical with certain regrets or mistakes. And so we're ending here. This is where you currently are. We've got the Three of Wands with Eight of Cups. That tell me perhaps you could be feeling held back from your dream of a creative, artistic life. And so you're kind of waiting for that chance because perhaps right now is not the right time. But I do see that you could be breaking out of your shell towards something new, like really trying to dab into it with curiosity and vigor, because it seems like something caught your attention that reignited your passion. So you could be contemplating a certain life change. For some of you, though, I do get the sense here that perhaps you actually didn't know what you wanted in the beginning, or you didn't go for it. Like maybe you didn't consider being an artist. You know, there are people in the world, you know, society does tend to think of art as not a very successful career. And so you could have held back on that. But then during this isolation that we've been experiencing, if you're watching this during quarantine, or whenever you watch this, because this is a timeless reading, something suddenly happened in life that could have changed your attention and brought back that interest in art, or brought that awareness that you have an interest for art. So let's look at what you are doing right. We've got here Knight of Swords reversed, Knight of Pentacles, and Queen of Pentacles. So this tells me that you are not the type of person to be rushed or impulsive with decisions. That is a smart way to live. Like these elephants here, you are patient and responsible, working hard, whether it is in the art field or not. This is all great that you are doing. And listening to that new spark of ideas for something impactful, that is also a great step in your path. Because not everyone does listen to what they really feel. Building up your financial security is smart. Saving up, Queen of Pentacles here. Both of these Pentacles cards show me that you are saving. Building up for your future. And this is working to your benefit because then you'll be able to have as much experience as you need, as much as wisdom you're learning, and financial backing to invest into your future without worrying about it falling apart. You could also be surrounding yourself with great people to learn from, great connections that could lead you to future opportunities, or that you could learn from, or that you could ask for questions, for help. And I sense here that you are someone trustworthy with all of these connections. So they'll be ready to help when you are ready to go on this art journey, full on. So now let's look at the advice here with all of these set of oracle cards. We've got, and this beautiful one, I'll go at the end, or right when I name these. We've got Pleiades, By the Book, Peace, Be the Hunter, Not the Hunted, and these two art cards, Frida Kahlo and Buckminster Fuller. So starting with this one here. In this image, such a beautiful artwork, I sense that you need to write down your intentions, journal about what you really want, envision it as if it's already here, really feel it so that you can make it possible and use the law of attraction to manifest this. Or if you're on the spiritual side, you could pray for it as well. Write down your prayers on what it is that you want. And be detailed, not in the aspect of how you will get there, because of course we don't know all the answers, but detailed as in how it will make you feel, who you will be working with, what kind of projects you'll be creating. Instead of just asking for, I want to be an artist, and then, the universe or your God will provide, and then it ends up not being what you actually wanted. Because they don't know exactly what you want unless you ask for it. So you can also ask for either signs or guidance or answers and trust in this divine source that you connect with once you do jump into it, so that you can welcome anything that comes your way without fear and with pure optimism and confidence that you can overcome the obstacles. Then this beautiful message here we've got for whoever this connects with. Are you doubting your ability to heal or recover? There is nothing that has fundamentally damaged your spirit, your will, or your heart, no matter how broken those parts of you may feel at times. They have only ever been broken to heal stronger. They have not been broken beyond repair and never will be. The strength of you. So see, this is talking about those obstacles that come your way. Be ready for them because you can overcome. And trust in your potential. Not saying that you're not talented, but a lot of people out there in YouTube, in Instagram, a lot of successful people, celebrities, actors, anything. Not all of them are talented, but they believe, and that's what makes them successful. So with this one, the Pleiades card, I'm going to read it from the book because I'm not exactly sure what that is. I know it's like an alien type, which does say here, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. But I feel like the book does have the specific detail information for you. Here it says, the Pleiadians are a group of star beings dedicated to raising the vibration of the planet and sharing new consciousness through creations and technology. They have been incarnating on Earth since near the beginning of humanity. You are a soul who has a double mission, to grow at soul level and to raise the vibration of the planet. If you have been called to write, speak, or channel, this is your sign to keep doing it. You are on the right path, I see here. And what you want to create, this new spark you could be feeling, is to awaken those around you, to awaken the world with your wisdom and intellect to either some type of change in the world, whether that be through specific knowledge or justice, because you have a power to impact others with what it is that is calling you, in addition to being creative with it. So go at your pace, because here we've got by the book. You know, you don't need to rush into it. Just like how I sense that that's what you already are. You're a practical person, a smart person that is responsible. So keep doing that. This is confirmation right here. Study so that you can acquire all this knowledge that you need in addition to the wisdom you already possess on the topic you want to cover with your creativity. See, it doesn't matter how long it takes, because it's like writers. You know, books take years for the writers to get through them sometimes. And then they become bestsellers. So you go at it like that as well, without those worries of any expectations. You could also check out what others have done and either join in with them so that you can learn from them and their structures for success, or watch them and write down notes so that you can also replicate the certain methods that you feel you can implement in your creative career. This card, the Peace card, is here to tell you that if you've already started, change is near. So keep at it. Like an egg that needs nurturing, and then it'll bloom into this star. See, it has a little star here. I also noticed this bird here in this card, which to me signifies that you are being guided with signs and that intuition, that heart that you feel for this. So accept everything that comes your way. And like the owl here that says, be the hunter, not the hunted, I feel like it's here to tell you to not act impulsively. Like, don't let your emotions lead you to make certain decisions. You can express your emotions in your art, but stay clear-headed so that you can watch your surroundings and watch how people, the environment, how everything around you is going on, and then ideas will appear for you. Then I also sense that this is confirmation that what you're doing about saving and not rushing into the art world is actually pretty smart as well, because like the hunter, not the hunted here, how the owl is ready to attack, while the animals underneath, the ones that get eaten, are the weak ones, the ones that don't survive. So you don't want to be those unprepared, weak animals. Then with these two final cards, we've got, right here it says, convalescence lasts a lifetime. You don't spell painting without pain. To me, that says about putting in the work, the effort, in addition to expressing what you feel inside. Since right here it also says externalize your internal world. Then here we have live to serve, serve to solve. Invent the words by which to live your life. And great heights are best seen from your lowest point. So I'm getting this question here, which is, what is calling you? In addition to creating art from self-expression, there could be something bigger than you here. To make your art meaningful, impactful, whether, how I said, for justice or sharing knowledge to make a change in the world, like through politics or the environment or human rights or animal rights or health, anything like that. Using art for this is more likely to bring about change than other types of mediums. And of course, art could be anything like music, film, painting. sculptures, or anything else that is creative. Be sure to make a statement and speak boldly. Now, before I complete the reading, let's go through some additional notes here on the spot, which I haven't done before except for the October reading. With this Nicoletta Ciccoli Tarot deck, let's see what additional specific messages we have for some of you. All right, so you've got, let's open these up. Oh, you've got a lot of cards. 5 of Wands reversed, Queen of Swords reversed, Knight of Pentacles reversed. Maybe let's move these out of the way so that we can actually see these. Okay, 7 of Wands reversed, Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Hierophant, 7 of Cups, the World reversed, 6 of Swords, Knight of Pentacles reversed, King of Swords reversed, 5 of Wands reversed, and Page of Pentacles reversed. Here I get a lot of the same message, which is from these here standing out to me. The 5 of Wands and 7 of Wands are usually cards of disagreements, discords, negativity. I mean, you can kind of see that here. And so because they're in reverse, it's like a message for you that there's no need to argue with people that don't agree with you or that you feel you need to prove them wrong. Like here with the 9 of Swords, or 6 of Swords, you want to focus on the positive ways of creating, not just the negativity. Like how I've said in the beginning, using your emotions to act rashly. Because what you want to focus on is building this community of loyal supporters that believe in the similar things as you and believe in your art. Of course, there will always be haters. That's what I sense from this card here. But just ignore them. You know how I said, hold back. You don't need to lash out at everyone. Instead, focus on the work you're creating. How I said, the community, making an effort in your career, in your art, getting yourself out of your comfort zone to do new things without involving negativity. What I also get from this one, it has nothing to do with the Page of Pentacles, but I get here that you could look into your dreams and dig deep. Look out for signs, like how I said about asking for these signs, whether through meditation or through prayer, as to what you can do next. This is confirmation that the answers will reveal themselves and you'll be in the right path, or you are in the right path. So for success here, this is what you can expect if you follow this advice. Look at this. High Priestess, Ace of Cups, 10 of Cups, and King of Pentacles. You've got King of Pentacles so many times from all the different decks. So this is showing you the potential with this, with your art. By being connected with a strong purpose that you follow with your heart, you listen to your heart, you'll be an inspiring, wise leader. People will look up to you and they will trust you, your opinions and ideas. There will be a big opportunity that will show up in which you'll be able to change lives through either like a book or music or a community. It will be a dream opportunity that will, of course, be challenging. And it will test your perseverance, your drive, how much you want this to succeed, because it will be scary. But once you pass through that, there will be abundance and even rewards for some of you. You'll be able to celebrate the achievement of this. It will open doors for you, as I see here with all of these cups. You'll be this King of Pentacles. No more financial worry, and being recognized as the authority in your field, in art, in the topic you cover. That's the reading I got for you. If it resonated, comment below that you chose this pile and what you're excited or not excited about hearing. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Since I'm a new YouTuber, every like and subscribe counts to expose my channel to others that need a little encouragement in their lives. I'd be super grateful if you would also join my community by turning on the notification bell button so that you don't miss my insights every week. I'll see you in my next video. Hey there, group 3. So this reading is for you if you chose this yellow paint. And we're going to figure out what can make you the most successful in your career as an artist. Starting here with your story in these tarot cards. So let's see, what have you already experienced to get you to where you are now? We've got Queen of Coins clarified by the Star. 5 of Wands reversed, clarified by Strength reversed. Lovers, the 6th major arcana card, clarified by the 8 of Pentacles reversed. Ace of Swords with Queen of Pentacles, and the Moon, clarified by 4 of Wands reversed. What I sense here is that you are already someone that is pretty successful. See, look at this, Queen of Coins and Star. Whether you are already in the art field, like on YouTube or Instagram, or freelancing, you have a loyal fan base, or if you're in a job in the art field, you are someone that is highly talented. You've put in the work, you've gone through the struggle to get to where you are. But then it looks like something happened here. Gets a little fuzzy for me, but I feel like there was some type of unfavorable contract or disagreement or competition in which you ended up feeling stuck in a partnership or job that was more stressful than you can handle or not as exciting as you would have hoped for. And so you're kind of just working, feeling uninspired, unmotivated, until finally you were able to complete this job or project. The contract ended and you just took your paycheck, done and done. But now you are in a creative block. If you're the influencer, the artist that is already pretty successful, or if it has to do with your job, then I see here that you were able to strategize your way out, network with, reaching out to your contacts, your resources, and embark on a whole new journey, change your job, even invest to work from home. But I do sense that worry here, some type of nervousness, questioning whether this was the right decision, whether you're in the right path, whether you have the ability as an artist to call yourself an artist. That's what it looks like where you are today. Which, by the way, some of you perhaps weren't in an art field, and that's where, you changed position and now you're in this whole new world you don't really know. So let's see what it is that you are doing right, that you have done right with these next tarot cards here. 6 of Wands, King of Cups, and the Lovers reversed. What I get from this is that for those of you that are an entrepreneur, growing that fan base is the right way to go with your hard work and your focus. Whereas for those of you that are just starting this new transition, following your gut, listening to it, to your passion, with drive and enthusiasm and independence is going to work in your favor. Because changing your life completely like that is a tough decision. But so here's confirmation that that was a decision that needed to be made for your success and happiness. There is something you can contribute to the artistic world. Your awareness to ask these questions, that is really good because at least you're not just kind of floating with the wind, seeing where it takes you, not deciding on for yourself or your happiness. Some of you could also be asking for help and advice, which is really smart to do. But definitely, if you're taking a step back to have a breather in the situation, to get to know yourself, that is also a really smart thing to be doing. That is what you're doing correctly. Especially if you're analyzing your goals, your ideal clients, who you want to work with, what kind of future you envision for yourself. So now let's look into the oracle cards for advice here. We've got Dance with Life, Round and Round, and Inspiration, along with these two art cards here. Le Corbusier, which says, theory makes perfect, practice makes problems, sign your name in concrete, and go big and go home. Then this one, Marina Abramovic, skeptic, heal thyself. Discipline is both a noun and verb. When a stranger stares into your soul, do not press charges, stare back. So before I get into these, what I get from this one here specifically, this beautiful image, is that it's telling you to be bold, be expressive, and trust that everything has a purpose, whether it's good or bad. You know, when something turns out to go sour, that is teaching you something there. When something doesn't work out, that is guiding you away from it towards something better. Life doesn't just have to consist of good things happening all the time. And for your message here, we've got becoming friends with yourself. Why not give up trying to punish, push, or force your body? When you push, resistance is created. It is not defiance, it is natural law. This can make life harder than it needs to be. Instead, why not explore and find a way to relate to your body as a friend? Friendship is one of life's pleasures. From this, I get the sense that you might also need to be mindful of your mind and body. Because then, look at this. Dance with life, do something to change your energy, and skeptic, heal thyself. So with mind, it's what are you thinking towards yourself? You know, if you are worried whether you are an artist or not, that thought needs to go away. Because if someone that is your friend or family tells you they want to be an artist, you would be supportive of them. You would be excited for them. So that's the same thing you need to do for yourself. Be happy for yourself, excited for yourself, and supportive. As for body, some of you could be overworking, which is fantastic, you know, to be able to achieve all of this that you've already achieved and to achieve even more. You know, success is a hustle. But at the same time, be mindful of making time for yourself, for your health, for your rest, so that you can keep on going. That is why the Dance with Life card is here. Some of you definitely need a break. You know, you've got the numbers here that I see repeating are 333. From these two, the pages in the book, this one is 12 and this one's 21. So that converts into threes. And the numbers of threes are symbolic of balance. To be able to keep on flowing creatively and feeling inspired. Because you can't solve problems when you're forcing them, stressing over them. That's also why this here says, go big and go home. It's like, you know, go big, put in all the effort, but also go home and get your rest. So that you can always stay clear-headed, not, you know, staying in your head, overthinking everything. Because what you want to do is to not focus on what hasn't worked or isn't working. How I mentioned, these are all lessons leading you to what actually does work, specifically for you in your journey. Then this card here, for those of you that are doubting yourself, here's another confirmation that your ideas are worth sharing. See, look at this beautiful crown of flowers and bees and the radiant light. That is your head. Any project you come up with an idea about, any form of problem-solving ability that you have it to achieve big dreams. So don't be afraid of dreaming big either. You can achieve all of that with hard, smart work, being dedicated and strategizing. And lastly, with how it says discipline here, it emphasizes discipline. And the structures that we have here in his type of artwork, I feel like it's also, for those of you that are in a new artistic job, the tip is to follow the rules. You know, as creatives, we have so many ideas, right? And we want to express ourselves freely. But when you're in a job, you need to do what they want you to do. What the client is asking for, what the company brand represents. Really listen in on what it is that they need. And for this card, I also feel like I want to share a story because I think it's an interesting story. Here's what it says. Today, some consider Corbu a genius. Others, an ideologue dabbling in fascism. Corbu's rebelliousness is underscored by his death, the result of going skinny dipping with a bad heart against his doctor's orders. I thought that was hilarious. So that is confirmation for you to follow your heart, follow your passion. Even if you're working with rules in your job, outside of your job, you can create freely where things don't need to be perfect. Living a life that's led by your heart will bring the most abundance. It will most definitely be difficult, but it is possible. So now, before I complete the reading with what you can expect in your future by following this advice, let's see what additional notes we have for you with this Nicoletta Ciccoli Tarot deck. This is something new I'm doing. I don't do this in all my readings, but I tried it out in the October reading and I loved it. Thought it was fun. So let's see what we have for you. All right, we've got here Strength, 5 of Wands reversed, 3 of Pentacles reversed, and the Hermit. So with the Strength card, this is a card of patience and self-love towards yourself so that you can believe in yourself and your potential. You have so much creativity bubbling up and strength to pull you through any obstacles. Then with this one, the 3 of Wands, I get the sense that if there was something sour throughout this type of partnership or job, don't speak ill of anyone because it can come back to bite you and you don't want that. Then for the 3 of Pentacles here, I feel like it's emphasizing what I said about the taking a break, taking a step back from the world, from those around you to get to know yourself. See, it's like the Lovers here. Look at that. Very similar and both reversed. This is a step in the right direction. It will help you gain that clarity, you know, going through the isolation. See here, this is the Hermit. This one is all about that inner wisdom, the ideas that will come to you as you take self-reflection, time for yourself. And also don't force creativity to happen, which is another thing I get here from the 5 of Wands. Don't fight this break. That's why it's right here above this one. Do something to change your energy, you know? And then you can get back into it once the ideas flow. Like a personal example, whenever I create art, sometimes I'm struggling to make something work. So instead of forcing myself to finish it unhappily, I take a break from it and then I come back and come up with new ideas or see other things that they actually make sense. So after following this advice, here is your future and what you can expect You've got the Star, Wheel of Fortune, the Sun, and King of Wands. If this doesn't say success, I don't know what does. Oh my goodness. The Star, possibly becoming a celebrity. Wheel of Fortune, about luck being on your side. The Sun, happiness, and King of Wands, creativity. See, this is what you can expect by persisting on with your hard work and passion and dedication. You know, your wishes will come true. Any life you envision for yourself, you'll achieve that status, those opportunities, the bright future with a positive faith by manifesting those big changes that start with your trust and belief. An active life with all this media attention, collaborations, doing what you were born to do. So much happiness and joy, inspiring everyone as they notice your success and your power. So many accomplishments you can look forward to as you become this authority, this leader in the art field through either your job or entrepreneurship. So that's the reading I got for you. If it resonated, comment below that you chose this pile and what you're excited or not excited about hearing. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Since I'm a YouTuber, every like and subscribe counts to expose my channel to others that need a little encouragement in their lives. I'd be super grateful if you would also join my community by turning on the little notification bell so that you don't miss my videos every week. I'll see you in my next one. Hey there, group 4. You chose the orange paint. And so today we're going to find out what you can do to succeed in the art world. Starting here with your story of how you got to where you are today watching this video. And remember, this is also the art world as in anything art, whether that be painting, crafting, music, anything creative like that. So here in your story, we've got 10 of Wands, Judgment reversed, 2 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles reversed, and Knight of Cups, clarified by Queen of Wands reversed, Death, Queen of Cups reversed, the Fool reversed, and the Magician reversed. So here I sense that you're actually not in an art field, or you possibly weren't, because you had lots of other responsibilities, which took up your time. And it kind of gives me the sense here of like a 9-to-5 job where, you know, you work and then you're tired when you get home. See how here the cat is lying down on the couch in the cozy home, like you really probably didn't have time for anything else or energy. But because you're watching this video about artists, perhaps you could be dreaming, or you could have been dreaming about joining the art world or doing something creative. Although there is a strong feeling of doubts, like not really believing in your creativity or feeling like you have any great ideas. Then here, a major change happened, which involved lots of people. And this could be any type of change, whether it be like moving from one place to another, or like a relationship that ends, or changing jobs. It really impacted your life. And even though this isn't the card of justice, I kind of get the vibe here that this could have been an unfair type of change for some of you. Like maybe you weren't ready for it if this wasn't your decision. So then you did have to make a decision here about what to do for yourself for the next part of your life. But it seems like this was a very difficult decision. See right here with the water, how it's like causing these ships to just fly everywhere. And then we have the Cups, Queen of Cups here, which is Cups all about emotion. 2 cards here showing elements of water. So you could have been very overwhelmed with having to make the next decision, or you were hung up on what happened here. Like you couldn't let go of that. For some of you, causing depression. Once you did make the decision, it had to do mostly with survival and comfort, like not challenging yourself to things you were afraid of or things that are unknown to you. It wasn't a decision based on what you truly desire. It wasn't based on intuition or heart. So even though there was a major change, I do sense here with these next set of cards that you just went from something that was same to same, pretty much. Because the Fool is all about adventures and new exciting changes. But since these are both reversed, that's where I sense like, you were already not fulfilled, not feeling super happy about the life you lived, the job you had, and then you just continued that. It didn't change to something better. You could have also kept yourself away from others, like either you're not involved in making friends at work or involved in like activities outside of work. And I get the feeling here that holding yourself back is due to not knowing how to pursue a creative career. And so because you're not really motivated for it, perhaps you don't actually try. So to now, I sense here that you're possibly still dreaming about all this. See how the guy here is just looking to all of this? He's not looking forward, he's looking back. And so here I'm sensing like you're just wishing for either to be saved or wishing for a positive change, some type of dream, even though you're not actually trying to go for it. There could be a feeling of regret about your choices, a strong fear and doubt to go for it and then fail. Like here, see how the cat is just going down instead of like this, where the cat goes up. The Magician is all about manifesting your dreams, making it all possible, finding the resources, the answers, but it's reversed. So it's like, that's not there. You're staying dreaming. So now that we know where you're at, let's see some advice. Start getting into the advice here with the next set of cards. So we've got 8 of Cups, 5 of Wands, reversed, and King of Swords. Technically, these 3 cards are about what you're doing right, but because here, as we've described, you're not actually going forth towards anything, I don't get the vibe here. I get here more like advice. I mean, perhaps some of you are. Let's see if this sounds like you. Perhaps some of you are doing this. Here with the 8 of Cups, this is a card about jumping for it. Switching your thoughts to really go for what you want, because 8 of Cups is about jumping for it. See how the cup here is falling off of the rest? So it's like going for something totally new, something you don't know. The cup could break, but I always think of this card as a positive card, Jumping with faith, challenging yourself out of your comfort zone. The advice here is to save yourself. No one is going to do it for you. Flip your thoughts, because your own mind is what's holding you back. You've set your own negative beliefs about your talents, about your potential, about your future, and not listening to what you truly want. But the thing is that what you feel is your truth. That is why you're feeling it. Stop ignoring it. See the 5 of Wands in reverse? I get here like time to end your struggle that you've set on yourself. See how there's yellow ribbon is binded around this branch? And then I kind of get this vibe here of like, pow, like, even though they're different sticks, it's like they're all connected to this one, which is you becoming a superhero in a way, your own superhero. It's time to end this struggle. Surround yourself with positive, uplifting messages rather than Perhaps the distractions you're using to numb what you feel, like TV or social media or gossip. And even ask for help or advice if you need it. You don't need to suffer in silence. Then with the King of Swords, this is someone that is actually out there that could help you out if you seek for them. Or it could also be yourself fighting for what you want with discipline, authority, and intelligence, which this card is here to show you that that is your potential. That is what you have within. Think about your work environment. If you're dependable, if you follow the rules and you're realistic, these show your power, your strength. It could be time for you to schedule routines to make this process easier. Like scheduling in time to put in the hours to learn and to practice and to create. You could even do that through like an internship. In today's world, answers are available to us in our phones, in our internet. We just need to use our own critical thinking to search for the answers we need. So now on to the rest here, the oracle cards showing you some advice for what you can do to elevate your life. All right, we've got this card saying no. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. Observer. And what you want wants you. That is seriously beautiful here. It's telling you that what you want is available to you. This is confirmation. But before I get into that, let's start with this one here. So here, there's a girl that is about to jump to fly, kind of like Peter Pan. It's giving me the vibes of flying like Peter Pan. And this guide leading her. So that could emphasize finding a mentor. And that could also be about putting one foot in front of the other. Perhaps with how this says here, wait, postpone, pause, say no. It's like, don't just jump into it, believing things to go great blindly. But, taking it at your flow, taking it one step at a time, and being open to learning and critiques. Because whenever people try something new, they're afraid of failing. They're afraid of being told that they're doing something wrong. But that's what will make you amazing, is being open to those critiques. Ask for them. Let go of any fears and especially push out those thoughts of doubt. There is this quote that always, or not necessarily a quote, but a story that goes around as an example for entrepreneurs, which is that babies learn to walk because it's a part of life. Parents don't tell them you're not good at walking, so don't try, right? That would be ridiculous. No, it's a part of life to walk. And so they keep guiding the child falls 1,000 times until finally they stand and walk. That's the same thing with entrepreneurship. That's the same thing with following any type of dream, any type of new goal. Just fall and stand up, keep on going. Almost as if you can't breathe without it. Then here this little message here says, let's see if this is for some of you perhaps. Be guided now. Allow yourself to be guided. The guide cannot take the steps for you. That is your job. But the guide can show you the way. It is up to you if you choose to take it, whether you tread carefully, dance, or run along that sacred pathway towards the loving arms of the Holy Mother. She is always there to help you. What I get from this is for those of you that are spiritual, whether that be through religion or anything else, like, law of attraction, Buddhism, you can ask for that strength to go for it, that courage, and to keep on going. And you can also ask for answers like this. This could be an answer, with this card here confirming that once you go for it, so many great things will happen, in addition to the not so great things. So with this one here about postponing, it could also be about how I said taking your time and pausing whenever you need to figure out some answers. Pausing isn't bad. It's, in fact, a great way to gain clarity and to re-energize yourself too. It could also be about not necessarily jumping into it, like I said, jumping into the sharks, as in quitting your job to become an artist and expecting to succeed. That is unrealistic. So take your time, find the answers you need. With this one, the observer being reversed, it is about getting yourself out of your head, out of the bubble that you're living in, to open up to new realities and possibilities. Not blindly like here, but open up to them. Hear other stories. Pay attention to what they've done, what they've learned, what they're doing. Pay attention to what you feel when you're hearing their stories. And if you click with anything that they're saying, that could also lead you to what type of artist you want to be, what type of creator. What stands out to me as well are actually the numbers 777, because here we got 16, 16, and 7. So the 16s sum up to 7s. And those numbers are numbers, an angel number of being protected, guided, and they're also numbers of letting go. Letting go of your beliefs, negative beliefs, letting go of expectations, flowing with where you are being led, starting with your heart. And since it says what you want wants you, this is emphasizing to believe in yourself. Just focus on what you want to create. Because then here, with Jackson Pollock and Gustav Klimt, look at what this says here. Meaning doesn't come with titles. If fame finds you, keep working in spite of it, and chaos is handmade. Along with every portrait is a self-portrait. If no group will have you, start your own. Like gold, eroticism fluctuates with the times. So here I'm getting the thing about not worrying over titles. You know, if you are completely new to this, you've never done it before, you don't need to think of it the old school way, which is to go to school for as many years just for a title, for a diploma. Nowadays, you don't need that. You can just get into creating out of pure joy. Like instead of saying, I want to be this, I want to be an artist, I want to be a musician, anything like that. Instead of saying, I want to be something which has an end destination that looks like it's going to be far away, just say, I want to do. Like, I want to create music. I want to write a song. I want to paint. I want to cook. Anything like that. And just do it. Or if you don't know what it is that you want, explore without forcing things, without the expectation of needing to have an answer. Some of you could have the epiphany of an answer quick, while others will need time to be exploring with curiosity and joy, trying out different mediums until you click with something, and that could be your thing. The colors here also stand out to me as telling you that you can start with the basics. You know, don't worry about the end goal. Just start with the basics. Take it one step at a time to learn this new thing and trying out different mediums. I also got an idea here with the part of every portrait is a self-portrait. You could start with trying out all of these different mediums to create the same thing in a new way. Like, for example, the self-portrait. So do a self-portrait with paint, do a self-portrait with food, do a self-portrait with dance. I don't know, different things like that. Document it and share it on social media or in an art community. And it doesn't have to be a self-portrait. It could be something focused on animals or something focused on your city. By following this, I actually get the sense here that some of you could reach like a celebrity status, like some type of popularity, when people start noticing that you're doing the same thing over and over in different mediums, and then they're curious about what you're going to do next for the same concept. So before we close out the reading with what you can expect in your future, let's just get a few more cards on the spot just for you. to see some additional specific messages. So we've got here Two of Cups with Seven of Pentacles, Six of Swords, Page of Cups, the Fool reversed, and Judgment. So starting here with how the Two of Cups is reversed with Seven of Pentacles right on top of the No card. Here I'm getting a message for some of you that if you're actually at this moment of watching this video wondering whether or thinking about quitting something or quitting, for example, your job, here it's saying, no, that's not a good idea because there could be some financial distress that comes about from that, some type of chaos. Then with the Six of Swords on top of Observer, I get here that some of you could actually look into your childhood or look into childhood stories or ask people about their childhood memories. There's something here because of how the image includes all these toys. And even though it's not the card, I think it's the Three of Cups. And even though it's not the card about childhood memories, there's a few in the tarot set that have to do with memories. That's the vibe I get from this card here. You could find something unique there for storytelling. Then here with the Fool reversed on top of what you want wants you. I actually get the message here for some of you that perhaps you've been like neglecting your authentic self or hiding it, like shoving it away, whether that be maybe you're a theatrical person, a comedian, or you love dressing up in colors, but you're hiding all of that. You're not showing it to the world. Well, here it's calling you to try it out. Have fun with it. Get yourself out of that by removing the mask so that you could fly like the little birdie here. That instead of being caught in the cage, you could finally fly. Then with the Page of Cups reversed on top of the Jackson Pollock card, this is actually a card, the cups here tends to be a card for people that are a little bit more focused on vanity or like the fame, the image. And so I get here the vibe about how this card says, if fame finds you, keep working in spite of it. So I'm getting a message here for some of you to realize fame is not the answer. It doesn't mean you're going to be happy. Fame shouldn't be the goal. The goal should be to create. The goal should be... So here it's saying to think about your integrity, your actions, your intentions, rather than focusing on the fame. And then with the final card here, Judgment, this one is about you having the key. See how, I mean, it's really tiny, but the bunny here has the key to the maze. So it's like you have the key to blossom bigger than you can possibly imagine. And since it's on top of the manifestation card of where you're doubting yourself about what you can achieve, it's saying, yes, you can. You can dream big, you can go for it, if that's what you want. So now let's close up the reading here with what you can expect after following this advice. Here is your future, and we've got the Hierophant reversed, Four of Cups, and Eight of Wands. Here, what I get is that you will no longer be clouded by societal norms because the Hierophant is a card of tradition. And see how there are these two characters, or they kind of look like ghosty faces. And usually this card, there is this like bishop with people that are listening to him. So here it's similar. It's like a spirit version of the people. So this is a representation of society. And since it's reversed, now instead of the ghosts being under him, they're above him. And they kind of look like they're flying upwards and working together instead of being stuck as working for him. You could finally get yourself out of this traditional belief of the way the world works. And in turn, you'll be uniting with others that will think like you. And you'll be creating together with fresh eyes and fresh ideas. Then, as I said here with the key, the judgment, it's emphasized here as well. I kind of get the vibe that Spirit doesn't want to tell me what your future could actually be. Because here, see how this person is contemplating? So it's like saying that it's up to you, along with this one here. It's up to you, your choice, 100% what you want your life to be, what you want it to look like. Whether you want to be super, super successful or you just want to be creating and happy. You know, everyone has different goals. That's the vibe I get here from this reading. You need to choose whether you want to keep wishing and dreaming, stay asleep, or be the Eight of Wands with passion, creating, and alive. However much effort you put into this and however much success you want, it is all in your ability. So that's the reading I got for you. If it resonated, comment below that you chose this pile and what you're excited or not excited about hearing. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Since I'm a new YouTuber, every like and subscribe counts to expose my channel to others that need a little encouragement in their lives. I'd be super grateful if you would also join my community by turning on the notification bell so that you don't miss my insights every week. I'll see you in my next video. Hey there, Group 5. So you chose the red paint. And today we're going to find out what you can do to achieve success in the art world. Starting here with, let me move these, sorry. Okay. Your story here in these two tarot decks. With the Manga Tarot, we've got 10 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles reversed, 2 of Swords, Page of Wands, and the Devil reversed. Then for clarifiers, we've got with the Cat Tarot, the Hierophant, 5 of Wands, 3 of Swords reversed, the Chariot reversed, and King of Swords reversed. What I get from this, starting over here from your past to now, I see that you could have gone to a traditional school, whether that be some type of elite school, university. I'm not sure what all the elite colleges names are, but like the one that came to mind was just UCLA. That's because I'm in LA. And so it could be any type of art university or elite school that also has an art major. Because of here, the 10 of Pentacles always makes me think of being at home. And then the Hierophant makes me, it's a card of tradition. So it's like you left home to go to this university, high status school. It was very expensive because of the 10 Pentacles here. And as I mentioned, leaving home, so it could have been far from home. You were able to also possibly achieve your degree. And then over here, we've got this 5 of Wands tends to be a card of people kind of like fighting each other with the wands. And the 5 of Pentacles tends to be of helping others, some type of support, whether that be physical or financial, but it's reversed. So I'm getting the sense here that there was a lot of competition you were able to like pass through and win because you fought hard, you proved yourself, you hustled, and all without much help. did it all on your own, and achieved many things. Since here with the Two of Swords, look at this valiant guy here, and also here with the Page of Wands. Very leader-like qualities here that I see. So you could have been someone, or you are someone with a cutthroat type of communication and intellect. You know, get to the point, speak your mind, make things happen. And perhaps with certain people, they could have taken it the wrong way, causing some tensions here, causing possible envy, you know, like behind your back, talking smack. Or it could have caused some type of argument, which was resolved, I do sense here, but it just left this like nasty feeling behind. This could have been either at your job or at the school. I don't know everything here, but then I see here with the Page of Wands that you decided to take a step back to really think about your future, to look ahead, and perhaps realize that you actually want more than where you're currently at. Perhaps you felt like the Chariot in reverse here. The Chariot is such a powerful, exciting action type of card, but because it's reversed, it's like perhaps you started feeling a sort of routine, things were stagnant, and you're the type of person that loves challenges. So this could have caused you some boredom, like the cat here. I mean, look at this cat. He's smug, you know, he's feeling comfortable in his couch, but, you know, it's reversed, so it's like you weren't really enjoying that. You wanted the challenge and the passion. Perhaps if it was in a job, you wanted to actually go independent from there. Work on your own, become your own type of named artist, you know, like the ones that we know of, the ones that are popular. Something could have also caused you to feel powerless, like the Devil reversed, which is about control. Once you decided to make this new change with strong motivation, ready to take the steps to become this powerful person, this powerful artist that you can envision yourself to be, or perhaps you were rushing into things, into this new change with impatience and not really thinking things through. So I kind of get the sense here that it's not turning out the way you want. So now let's look at what it is that you're doing correctly. Here with these tarot cards here, we've got Five of Pentacles, Six of Swords reversed, and Queen of Wands. So I see here that even though you haven't or you didn't receive support from the beginning, now you might actually be asking for some type of support, whether that be asking for advice, mentorship, you know, really seeking the answers that you need to be able to level up. Then for those of you that do have a job, you haven't quit that job, which is smart. But overall, I do get here that you've taken a pause to reflect on the choices you're making and how things are going. You're also here like the Queen of Wands, someone that is creatively expressive, assertive, you know, as I've described here, independent, this really passionate leader that you know what you want and you go for it, you follow your heart. This is all really great for you to keep on going. So now let's look into the advice here with Oracle messages. We've got break the chain, never-ending story, go the distance, what do you feel? And then we've also got these two art cards from Francisco Goya and Joseph Beuys, which they say, in case of emergency, locate your nearest exile. A good caricature is no exaggeration. Truth takes shape in the shadows. And you also contribute to humanity's Claircognizant. Make sure your rabies shots are up to date, and symbolism is just one ambulance ride away. So we'll go through those in a bit, but let's start here with these messages in these beautiful cards. I sense here your passion, your excitement to jump into this, but also there seems to be, here there's the child and the grandma. So perhaps this could have to do something with your family having expectations on you. And then also here with the break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future, that is emphasized as well. But before I go into that, let's just read these. Maybe you might have some messages here for you. Growing towards rebirth. It is easy to love the butterfly, a symbol of hope and emergence into new life. The path of the caterpillar may seem somewhat less blessed, yet without the caterpillar, the butterfly cannot be. Accept that which is ending so you can open up and receive that which is beginning. This is the flow of life. And love makes all things possible. Take your time, commit to your inner journey, and don't give up. Don't give up. The Divine Mother is always there. Success will be yours. I'm starting to know what's happening here and sense that you could have actually, how I said, been rushing into this new change, and perhaps something didn't work out. Like perhaps you could have been used to positive responses to your work from those around you or from clients, and you could be not really receiving that with this new change, or something is just not working as much as you expected it, and you could be letting this really affect you, this negative thinking like this girl here making you stressed. So these cards are here to emphasize that life is not a race, like in this card here. You don't want to end up destroying yourself before you even get to the finish line. See, receiving instant gratification all the time, receiving positive feedback all the time, this is all feeding your ego. And when people's intentions are due to ego, as soon as anything goes sour, they fight it or deny it, and that blocks learning or clear thinking. Then with the part about breaking the chain and family here that we covered, these messages, I feel like they're also talking about, for some of you, that if you've had or learned certain types of habits and mindsets from your family, they might not actually be your beliefs. Perhaps you could be doing this out of proving yourself to your family, or proving yourself to others, or even just for status. There seems to be some type of high expectations, not as a form of improvement, self-improvement, but out of vanity perhaps. And this could be causing that creative block. Or even for some of you, holding yourself back if it is your family that you're thinking of, and causing the creative block to where you're not being authentic with your creations. That could be why this card is here. What do you feel? And then this one, truth takes shape in the shadows. What do you really want to create? Maybe you think it's too weird or controversial or against what your family believes. Well, these cards are here to tell you that your life is yours. Yes, your family gave birth to you, but now you are taking care of yourself and your future. The only thing you owe them is for your happiness, so that you don't have to lean on them, and to return the love that they gave you. So flip the mindset, any negative thoughts, any negative beliefs about not being good enough, or any mistakes you believe you have made, obstacles that are in your way. Flip your mindset to how you want to tell your story, that you can achieve anything. You can find all the answers you need to level up, however long it takes, because the most rewarding prosperity takes time. And lastly, before we move on to the last set of cards, I also got from this story, if you read up on Joseph Beuys and how here it's emphasizing rabies and ambulance. For some of you, I got the message to not endanger yourself just to make a statement or to cause drama, because that could turn against you. And also, before I do start these, let's see some additional specific messages for some of you with this other tarot deck on the spot. So here we've got 9 of Cups with the Hanged Man reversed. Here along this break the chain part with when we were talking about certain habits, I kind of actually get here that, and not only here, but here too, 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands reversed, and 10 of Pentacles reversed. I get that some of you really need to learn some humbleness, practice not being a diva, and nurturing friendships, like not just, doing things for your own benefit, but thinking about those around you and acknowledging your own actions. Like how here, it's making me think of a swing. You know how when we're kids and we go on a swing, we go all the way up high or try to reach as high as possible to be, some of us to be cool. And if you do end up going to that high, some kids, I haven't personally seen it, but I could imagine they're going to fall down and hit the pole. So, think about that. Think about your actions, your intentions, and the consequences that could possibly happen there. Because then here, as I mentioned, with the connections you receive help from, or the connections you work with, 5 of Pentacles, you actually got those twice in these other tarot decks. As I mentioned, we're about support. So make sure to nurture those connections as actual true friends. Because alone, you might end up going backwards or not moving forward, but together you can all grow faster. Don't forget about them and what they do for you or with you. Since here the 10 of Pentacles is warning you to check your intentions. It might look like you're achieving this, this happiness, this success, this is what you want, but then it could turn into a nightmare. This dream could turn into a nightmare if you don't check your intentions, become humble, grow with positive friends. And also for some of you with these images here, I kind of get the sense of bringing your ideas to life. This is talking creative-wise now. Like literally build them. I kind of get this vibe here from this image for some of you that you could actually gain some attention for that, for your artwork. So now let's complete the reading here with what future you could look forward to by listening to all this advice. Here we've got the Lovers reversed, 8 of Cups, and 10 of Pentacles reversed. Oh my goodness, look at that. So these two are the exact same cards, and they're both reversed. See what I'm saying? I feel like you're going to be at a crossroads in your journey because this is going to be a tough journey. You're going to need lots of dedication, passion, lots of obstacles to go through. It will be tough for sure. And you will be at a crossroads of choosing whether that is what you want to achieve or not. It will be up to you. I feel like that's why the cards here aren't really showing like the most amazing future fortune. They're actually providing a warning here, which is to choose to think about your intentions. What do you truly want and why do you truly want it? If you go for it out of greed, out of popularity and fame, you could lose friendships, you could lose connection, get disconnected from family, from true love. It might repel good people from your life. And as I mentioned here, this dream could actually become a nightmare. Since achieving so much success and not having positive connections can be lonely at the top. But if you go about this with positive intentions, not only for yourself, but for helping others as well, and for creating with love, these could be right side up. And now, on your road to success, because here we've got 10 of Pentacles, which is like riches, abundance, pretty much everything you could wish for, set for life with loyal clients and respect in your title, in your popularity. You'll be connected with your soul tribe. You could meet, if you're single, you could meet a twin flame type of love. True love that resonates with the type of artwork you create, and friends, and even gain a stronger connection with your family. The choice is yours. And that's the reading I got for you. If it resonated, comment below that you chose this pile and what you're excited or not excited about hearing. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Since I'm a YouTuber, every like and subscribe counts to expose my channel to others that need a little encouragement in their lives. I'd be super grateful if you would also join my community by turning on the notification bell so that you don't miss my insights every week. I'll see you in my next video.